ideas are really the currency of this economy. Like, think about it. Industry, we can outsource now. Like, Apple doesn't make iPhones here, they make iPhones in China. Knowledge, even, everybody said, okay, we switched to a knowledge economy, but that's not true. Knowledge we can outsource. Like, in '07, I outsourced a software project. I have 2 software projects now outsourced to different countries. I have a translation project outsourced. I have research projects outsourced. But I can't outsource to someone, come up with 10 ideas for me to do as businesses, or come up with 10 ways for me to, treat my customers better. So ideas are still here. Our ideas are the only thing we have left.
Right.
So we're in an idea economy now. People don't quite realize that yet. They still say, oh, we're in a knowledge economy, but that hasn't been true for at least probably 15 years, but really the crisis of '09 underlined that. So really the past 4 or 5 years, ideas are how you make money. Now people say, oh, execution is everything, ideas are a dime a dozen, but it's not true. Execution is a subset of ideas. When you came up with this space, for instance, you didn't automatically know how you were going to set up the lights and the cameras and what you were going to do. You had to come up with the ideas. We're going to put this here. We're going to put these books here. I'm going to ask advice where to put the lights. Like, you had to come up with the ideas on how to execute on this. And every day for you, I'm sure, ideas on who you should have on the show, ideas how you can better market the show. For you, the execution was the easy part. For you, ideas on the execution and how you can better distribute this, that's the hard part every day. I'm sure you wake up thinking not how I can get a better camera, but how I can really market this better, how I can contribute better and help people better. Those are the ideas that are building this, as opposed to just simply a better camera or a better light or whatever.
So execution really is ideas then?
Execution is a subset of ideas.
Okay.
So like for instance, in 2007, I had an idea for 10 websites. So I figured, okay, I was running another business at the time, but the business wasn't creating what I call equity value. So someone offered to buy my business, but they wanted a 6-year employment agreement from me. And I showed the contract to my lawyer, and he was like, I thought they outlawed slavery 140 years ago. So I didn't take that deal, and I realized, well, how can I create a business where I don't have to sign my whole life away? And so I came up with ideas for 10 different websites. Now, what do I do next? Well, for each website business that I wanted to start, I had to come up with, well, what are the execution ideas? What does each page look like? How do I execute on each page? And I built all 10 of these little web businesses. And instead of taking kind of like an all or nothing approach, I sort of built them all quasi-simultaneously, and 9 of them failed fairly quickly. Even my 6-year-old daughter at the time was like, or 8-year-old daughter, I have to remember her age. My 8-year-old daughter at the time, she even looked at one of the sites and she's like, isn't this a little mean to people? Like, she was even telling me this is a bad idea. But one idea worked, and that was this site called Stock Picker, which I then, just literally 8 months after I launched it, sold it to thestreet.com.
Wow, and that was '07, '08.
Yeah, I started it in like August '06. We officially launched it in January '07, and in April '07, I sold it to the Street.
In so the Street equity or in cash or?
Both cash and equity.
Okay. And did you manage to blow all that as well?
Yeah, I blew all that as well.
So, yeah. You said you're like training for the Olympics or something. Like you'll train, work, and when you get the gold, then the next day.
Yeah, it's like you see photos of Michael Phelps. He's like totally, doing whatever, drinking, eating, everything after the Olympics. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to get myself back together. And then he's on the Wheaties box again. But that's how it would be. They say money doesn't make you better. It just magnifies who you are. So I had like no control over myself at all. So I would just go completely crazy once I had money. Not that you need like total control and discipline over yourself, but you need to have some idea. You need to have some meaning in your life. And so it's meaning in your life that causes you to have ideas that will help people. And that's how you create. There's a saying: if you help 1 million people, you'll make $1 million. So that's the dollars is like the side effect of helping people. First, people have to be helped, and then that means first you have to be really good at coming up with ideas. So I always say you have to have this idea muscle that you exercise regularly and get it really. So you're an idea machine, so that you could then help people which then in turn helps you figure out how to make money. Or you don't even have to figure it out at that point. You'll make money.
Have your ideas changed? I mean, stock picker, that's a great idea. That helped people. But now
Yes.
do your ideas help them in a different way, in a more altruistic way? To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.